Hey, how's it going, guys? It's Pete here. This video is the second day of the Iron Wolf April challenge. And well, the details are pretty simple. It is 25 push-ups, 25 squats, air squats, bodyweight squats, 25 dips, 25 lunges on each leg, 25 flutter kicks, and 25 burpees. This is the intermediate level, but I know not everybody watching this is on that level. I mean, even to me, when I hear those rep ranges, they just sound, pretty crazy. The number one thing that sounded crazy was the dips, and it's because they were. And so I want you guys to know that in the video, what you'll see is that I broke the dips up. So I broke everything up. I broke up the dips and I broke up the push-ups. I did not have to break up the leg portion because that would have been easy. And I really didn't have to break up the push-ups, but it would have just thrown off the consistency in the numbers. And so I broke up the push-ups as well, and I broke it in half. So one set I did 12 reps, the other set I did 13. Not set, but the other attempt. So I did 12 push-ups, then I did 12 squats, and I did 13 push-ups, then I did 13 squats, and then I hopped on the dip portion. I actually broke the dips up even more. So I did at times I did 10 dips, then I did 8 dips, and then I did 6 dips. And the number one reason why I did this was to keep form, and to keep form specifically on the dips, because it's easy to flail yourself up and down, but if you're doing that, you're using momentum and you're not using the proper muscles, right? You're not using what you're targeting, which is your triceps and predominantly your chest and your shoulders. And I don't want to kick. I don't want to kip. Another word is kip. I don't want to pop my knees up and down. Go and look that term up. So that's the reason why I broke it up. I broke it up, but I never stopped moving. It was constantly moving. When I wasn't doing dips, I was doing lunges. When I wasn't doing push-ups, I was doing squats. The only two that I did not break up the exercises or movements, that is, are the flutter kicks and the burpees. I just did those all the way through unbroken. Other than that, I had to break the dips up in order to keep form. And you'll hear me again and again on this channel, form's number one. So let's get to the video. In the video, we're gonna start, and I'm already in the middle of a round, and I'm starting at the beginning, which is the beginning of a round. And I think this is my 7th round or my 6th round, and that is at the push-up. And I'm gonna be just explaining to you guys how you can make this your own. I'll be giving some advice if you're a novice of how you can still participate in this workout. If you're a beginner, of how you can scale things back, like I did. All right. So what's up, guys? So what you're looking at right now is the push-up portion, and like I said, it's originally 25 push-ups. It called for 25 push-ups, but instead, what I did was I broke that up, and I think that was the set of 12 that I did, and then I immediately went into doing 12 squats, and then again you'll see I get right into the push-ups again. It's an active rest, and if you notice, I'm doing the squats pretty aggressively. So right here is the dips portion. I guess the way that we cut the video is we already cut it to the last set. So again, the key is clean form. So you'll see that if I have to step down, if my form is starting to break, if my back's starting to bend backwards just so that I could do the rep, then I stop. And that's what you should do as well. I think I did about 8 of them, and then I went right into lunges. And as you're going to see, I'm going to go right back into the dips, and then right back into the lunges, and then right back into the dips, and then right back into the lunges until I complete the total number of reps, which is 25. There's my daughter there. She did not want to leave me alone this entire time. So she's always around.
I really like the fact that she's exposed to it. She's always seeing us being active. She's always seeing her brothers being active. She doesn't have much of the coordination yet to do a burpee or even the understanding, or to do pull-ups or push-ups or any of that. But she sees it and she's being exposed, and I think that's the important thing, is to get your kids exposed to an active lifestyle for it to become normal for them. Again, even if it's 15 minutes, 20 minutes, 25 minutes a day. But right now, what we're talking about here is this workout. And you can literally scale this down to being 25 minutes to suit your lifestyle. And the other thing that I do want to mention, so here are the flutter kicks actually. I just want to, I'm going to change gears. Here's the flutter kicks, and I'm just doing 25 straight because, well, flutter kicks aren't that hard, and they're not that hard to keep form. If they are for you, then feel free to break them up. And then afterwards, like I said, the same thing with the burpees, the one pump burpees, which is basically a burpee with a push up. I did 25 all the way through at a steady pace. I think the number one goal is to just keep a steady pace where you're consistently and constantly moving as much as you can for the duration of the prescribed workout. Right, so here I think it's worth mentioning, okay, why do you have a paralleat? A paralleat is basically two parallel bars that you can do handstands on, push-ups on, that gives you better range of motion. And so why am I doing this type of push-up? Is because whenever you mess with the depth, or whenever you mess with the angle of the push-up, or whenever you mess with the grip of the push-up, you work different muscles and different parts of the chest, different parts of the tricep, and different parts of the shoulder. And so I don't want to only work one area the entire time. And so I brought out the paraleats. In another part, I used both of them so I could get a greater depth. And I'm also working my grip at the same time. So you're working your wrist, you're working your the muscles in your hands, you're working your forearms. It's just a different, it's just different angles. Okay, the same exercise done in different ways. And if you noticed right here, I literally changed how wide I went. So I went a little wider. Again, that's the outside of the chest. The closer you go, it's the inside of the chest. So you can even change your grips. The closer your grip is, you're going to train more of your inside of your chest, and you're going to train your shoulders and predominantly your triceps. The wider, it's going to train the outside of your chest and your shoulders, predominantly, mostly. And I'll also usually change the type of squat that I'm doing. I'll do lateral squats. I'll have to post what a lateral squat is, but a lateral squat is simply from side to side. Why would I do that? Again, it's working different parts of my muscles, okay? So the approach when you're working out is you want a holistic approach. Don't fall in love with one movement. Even though you may hate burpees, that's probably the movement you should fall in love with. That's the thing you should train the most. The reason why it hurts so much and the reason why you don't like it so much is because it's probably touching the area of weakness that you're weak in. So don't focus on your strong areas, they're strong. Focus on your weak areas. And when you're doing these lunges, you want to squeeze your butt. You want to squeeze your butt. You want to engage your core. What does it mean to engage your core? It literally means squeeze your abs, tense it, be focused on it. How can you squeeze your abs? How can you squeeze your core? The fastest and easiest way, not the only way. Again, I'm not an expert at this. This is just through experience. Is to squeeze your butt. Okay, squeezing your butt and focusing on your posture and a straight back. And I also think it's really worth mentioning right now that I am not a professional. You should not take any medical advice from me or any of that. Anything you do listen to is at your own discretion and at your own risk. I'm not responsible for anything you choose to do or take from these workouts or these routines. But they've been effective for me, and I hope they will be effective for you. So that's pretty much it. You can break these things up. You can break them up even more than I did. Breaking up meaning less reps, more sets, more rest time. And if you have any questions, just leave them in the comments. If you want anything to be more specific, let us know. Other than that, God bless. Have a great day. Thanks a lot.
All right, so that was day 2, and I just wanted to mention something. So if you're a teenager, if you're a kid, or if you have kids, or if you're watching this to help your kids, just let me know if something's not detailed enough, or if you don't understand something. Just leave a comment, and me and Josiah and Eli will put out a video. We'll give a demonstration. This what I'm doing right now, this is the Iron Wolf challenge. But anyone can partake in these workouts. I mean, this Iron Wolf challenge or this April challenge, it's extremely simple. It's fundamental core movements such as the burpee, such as the dips, such as the pull-up, push-ups, body weight squats, and lunges, but intensified by increasing the reps, and the combination you put them together in makes them even harder. So, for instance, what do I mean by that? What do I mean by the combination that you put them together in? If you do push-ups and then you do squats, and right after push-ups you do 20 Navy SEAL burpees after you did 20 push-ups, and then after that you do lunges or jumping lunges, and then right after that you do dips. That's a pretty intensive, predominantly chest, shoulders, and triceps workout, and that is going to be a smoker. By smoker, I mean that's going to hurt. So that's pretty much all this is. All this challenge is that the number of reps is extremely high, and the type of, some of the workouts for some people, they are advanced. Okay, and so I'm gonna start putting out more videos of how, if you can't even do a burpee, let's say if you have some weight on you, or if you have bad knees or hip, or just the movement itself is complicated for you, then I will put out a video on modifications. Certain videos such as, what if I can't do a burpee? Okay, what if I can't do a pull-up? I'm working myself up to a pull-up, but I still want to partake in these challenges. Then I'll show pull-up modifications and a pull-up progression video of how you can indirectly or directly strengthen the muscles, the exact muscles it takes to do a pull-up. You'll see this with my son Josiah. If you guys look at our Instagram, it's DadKidsandCalisthenics on Instagram. Check it out. Josiah went from doing 0 pull-ups literally last week. He was unable to. He couldn't activate those muscles with his mind. You know, he didn't know how to flex his core, yet he already had the baseline to do those pull-ups, and he went from not being able to do any last week to doing 2 this week, 2 clean ones on a dead hang. And so if you guys are interested in things like that, and even if you're not, I'm going to put them out.
A lot of the content that I'm going to put out is just questions that I had before I got started, when I was a kid or when I was a teenager. And we're also going to be sharing a little bit of our journey and our story, at least my story, as far as it goes of being a dad, and my journey in physical fitness and things of the such. So again, thanks a lot for watching this. Let me know if you have any questions. That was day 2 of the Iron Wolf Challenge.